Hello everybody, I'm Rinder. This is Rinder Plays Extended. Well, this is Rinder Plays. Welcome to Rinder Plays Extended, where we are at another Kerbal Space Program. We're doing another Kerbal Space Program episode, where we are going to DUNA to start this episode off. I always do my biggest mission on the beginning, and our first rocket is interplanetary. So we're using a KLS launch system, but I have a secondary. I have an inner stage. Usually, I just have the launch stage, and then the probe, which always has a fuel tank and booster, and it still does. But this time I also have to have an interstage as well. So we are going to go now. And this thing doesn't have enough thrust to end up changing my throttle, so it'll be full power throughout. So fuel will burn quicker. And I don't think my launch stage will even get me into space. That's how kind of heavy this thing is. And I just remembered something. So, we're just gonna fly this thing into the ocean. Because I forgot to do something. Oh no, there was a total malfunction. No! Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yeah, boink. Charge! Yep. Return to vehicle assembly. Which that actually did cost a little good chunk. But I forgot to do something. I even unlocked one of our new parts for it, and I'm actually happy I did unlock that. I decided to choose this one because I do need to add this. There we go. Save and launch. So basically what that part's going to do is it's going to allow me to have more control over it. Because it's a larger rocket, I need even more control. So the two little things will actually, because I need less control, because that will allow me to have more control, I only need one of those things that I put on the bottom of the probe. So I only put one, because I put that on there. Okay, so now launch. This is the biggest rocket I've built so far for this, I think. But we are going to another planet, so bigger rocket, very acceptable. And we can start turning. Because we are at 100 meters per second. And that's kind of like my, I guess, dead line or something. Not really dead line, I guess. Whoa. Slow down there, little dude. So yeah, slow down there, rocket. Trying to be as careful as I can, because this is actually a pretty expensive rocket. Boink. Get rid of that stage. And we go onward. This rocket is from the innovations of guesstimations. This rocket was basically pure guesstimation. Because with the success Basically, I thought, you know what, if I strap on an interstage booster, I could probably get this thing to the DUNA system pretty easily, because I was having no problems getting into barely getting into interplanetary space with just the normal KLS. So I'm thinking, you know, I could probably just easily get this thing up on into space on the KLS. I meant to DUNA with the KLS, which is what we are going to do. So this stage right here should get us to space now, I think. But just that. I'm just going to keep it at that inclination, I think. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it pointing this direction. So I did time accelerate where the planet is in between episodes. And I'm going to maneuver the rocket to there. My interplanetary stage, basically. There we go. About 90 kilometers. So we want to now get into orbit. That is perfect. And release. So once I get into orbit, I will for sure explain what's going on here with this rocket. So, and we did bring both temperature and barometer, because we have both of those available. Okay, just time accelerate a little bit. Do and burn. $93.88. Yeah, that'll be fine. And I want to turn this, because out of all the possibilities of how this thing could have gone, it was in the one position that would limit its get power. But yeah, so now that we are in orbit, so we got our inner stage, and we got a larger thing here because I need to maneuver. Not only do I have to get into orbit and stuff of DUNA, I'm also going to its moon Ike with my science equipment. And then we've got two up here, two solar panels up here. We got two transmitters. We have 4 batteries, one of these things right here, and then a barometer, thermometer. Okay, so now we need to make our maneuver to DUNA. So I think it'd be this side. I think so. And blank. Go. Yeah. Hmm. I'm going to time Excel a little bit, just for it to get out of the way. So I'm going to go right here. There we go. So that's right there. That right there is extremely close. Dang it. So that would be right here. Sorry if this takes a while, but there we go. So we're going to take that. So that's in 30 minutes, which is perfectly fine. So basically an orbit around Kerbal. That's about all that is. And it'll be a 36-second burn. So I want to warp to next maneuver. And we orbit the planet. On our preparation for our voyage to another planet. So we orbit the planet one more time. And there. Burn. Burn, 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 burn. For our interplanetary insertion to DUNA. This is actually going a lot better than I thought it would. Do we have an encounter with DUNA? No, but we're close. So well, that's going farther away. I want to go retrograde. That's a great encounter. And away from Kerbal we will go. Where we will stop? DUNA. Let's just watch. It's Kerbal. leaves. Bye, Kerbal. We are off to DUNA. And I'm just gonna do the full mission in this episode. Most of the times I'll have the launch and insertion and stuff and just do stuff in between. But for this episode I decided, oh, hello man. I'm just gonna do the full mission in one go. So there goes Kerbal. We are almost out to actually min-miss this position. And after we will eventually become farther away than any other of my probes. And that was definitely, yep, we are past the orbit of min-miss. And still going further. Bye, Kerbal. We are now in orbit of the sun. So, what we're gonna do is at about just right about here. Add a maneuver. I'm going to focus view. I'm going to add a maneuver. We actually got pretty good. But you can do better. I want to be about equilateral. So that's I'd call that equivalent. I'm at equilateral. Don't want 33, don't want 640. .104 is eh. Whoa. .72. I like 72. So in 28 days, we're going to do another maneuver that allows us to get into, in my opinion, a better position. For the orbit. Or how we come into there. So it's kind of cool because we're orbiting the sun and get to watch it move around. Okay. So now into that position right there. Times 5, I just get closer to the maneuver point. Get to around 10 seconds. Just wait a little bit. And oh well. So did I not go far enough? Shoot. There we go. I'm just gonna Where it is fine. Just gonna do that. And we move onwards, so like where we're going in to the system, and let's see. Let's just warp here. We zip around the sun even more. Because I mean, we are almost spending an entire year. We're just zipping around the sun, going to DUNA. And I believe we are now officially the farthest satellite that we've sent away from Kerbal. We've gone the farthest away from the sun, that's for sure, than anything that we've sent anywhere. And we're actually fairly close. Can we actually see DUNA? I doubt it. Yeah, we cannot see DUNA yet. But once we go to here, we should start seeing DUNA. Let's view. Uh-oh. So we want to go. There we go. We are definitely getting closer and closer to DUNA. So warp here. Every day we're getting closer and closer. By the time I selected, we should be able to see DUNA, I think. Let's see. No DUNA, he'd be over here. So keep getting closer. Here we should be able to see him, I think. There he is. See that little red dot right there? That is DUNA. And like I said earlier, DUNA does have one moon. His name is Ike. There we go. It's getting closer. And we are about in his SOI. Sphere of Influence. Boink. We are now in the Sphere of Influence of DUNA. So, now would be a great time to do some science. So, ho, 20 science. I like it. And now 30 science. And we have the achievement of flying by DUNA. Well, the thing. So first we're going to go to Space Center to see if we can unlock more contracts. Because we got the Flyby DUNA contract complete. I wonder if there should be, I'm guessing, an Orbit DUNA contract. Come on, game. There we go. Hold on. Yeah. Leave.
Why?
Come on, there should be an Orbit DUNA. No Orbit DUNA. We'll have one more thing to try. That blank. Seriously? Oh, nope, there's not gonna be, because they have this one now. Well, that's a shame. So, Interplanetary 1, fly. Now we have science data around DUNA. Now we should get some Ike contracts after we do DUNA, I think. So let's just right now warp there. Now we're closer to DUNA. Try it again. Because I do really want an orbit DUNA contract. Because I am going to orbit DUNA. I don't know why he won't give me an orbit DUNA. No, I'm taking that. Game, give me orbit DUNA. No. Whoa. What sucks? Oh well. Okay. Interplanetary 1. Alrighty. So, maneuver node. So we want to get an orbit around DUNA. Nope. Let's just do that. We can't drop below 50 because 50 is the borderline for DUNA's atmosphere. Although, actually, we might go ahead and drop down into it one time. Just barely. Yeah, we could do that, right? Yeah, we could do that right now. Just barely drop into it. And I'm talking barely. That's fine. That is fine. So it'll be a 3-minute burn. Well, let's just anyway start going closer to DUNA. Look at DUNA, man. Do. Before I do that, though, am I to the point for close above? I doubt it. Yeah, it's still high over DUNA up here. Oh, it's only a 40-second burn. We're in orbital camera view, guys. Okay, so it's only like a 30-second burn. Ah, here's the space near DUNA. Yeah. Holy crap, the science we're collecting. This is really awesome. We're getting closer to DUNA, because we need to make our maneuver. And we are going to probably do the upper atmosphere of DUNA stuff. So, because we will just barely touch DUNA's atmosphere. That is the plan, man. So, let's make our circularization burn. Gotta slow down. I'm going to watch that periapse. As long as I'm in a safe orbit around DUNA, I'm fine. Barely. Just barely. We're just going to just barely touch the atmosphere of DUNA. I'm actually going to raise it a little. Like, I don't really want... Yeah, and we've entered a suborbital spaceflight of DUNA. Because technically we are no longer in orbit. We are technically going to go into DUNA's atmosphere, which is fine by me. I'm just doing it so I can get science. That would be my friend down there, who's apparently likes Dragon Ball Z. I don't get why people like that show. I don't care for it. Okay. So like I said, just barely going to touch DUNA's atmosphere. And atmosphere. And that's just barely lowering the... Yeah, we've entered atmospheric flight above DUNA. What we can do is we are going to lose a very small amount of height above DUNA. Actually, we're raising it somehow. I don't understand that. But we are. But we should be starting to come back up. Yeah. I just did that just to barely dip into the atmosphere. Just so I can get that science data. And it will be very, very shortly. And we will be back out of atmosphere of DUNA. Which also gives them a goal, I think. Exiting the atmosphere of DUNA. It might, but I don't know. No, that's fine. But we do have more science now to collect. But I'm not going to transmit until we get into the sunlight. I also need to set up a new node. Because I need... There we go. Solar power. I do not want to dip back into DUNA's atmosphere. So we're going to go and now increase our orbit. So that'll be cool. Okay, now I think we can transmit our data. So review data, transmit it. Review data, transmit. Wonderful, wonderful. And warp to next maneuver. So we're just gonna orbit around the DUNAs. Huh. Okay. There we go. Need to go just a little more before I burn. Burn, baby, burn. Now we will burn, baby, burn. 103, 100. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And what we're gonna do is we're now going to make Ike our target, which is DUNA's moon. Let's see. So, because my orbit is so bad. Yeah, right there. Yep. Good. Good. So, warp to next maneuver. So we will continue to orbit DUNA, but we're going to Ike. Hello, Ike. We're going to say hi to you. Because you are loved by the Kerbals, I guess. Burn. Before we do that, shoot. Actually, never mind. Okay, first I want to see if there's any Ike missions. That'd be a good thing to see too. Any Ike missions. Come on, Ike missions. Seriously? No Ike missions? Son of a... Why are there no Ike missions? Game. Dang it. Well, that's a shame. Well, we're still gonna do this anyway, so. Okay. So what we can do is right here, add a maneuver because we want a closer encounter. With Ike. Well, actually, I don't need a maneuver, so we're gonna go to Ike. So just warp to Ike, I guess. Which will take us about a day, apparently. Bye, DUNA. Whoa. Yeah. Now we're gonna get Ike missions. Maybe now we'll get Ike missions. We're gonna get an orbit Ike mission, or at least science data from space around Ike. Come on, game. Give me a mission. I want a mission for Ike. Because I'm at Ike. Game, I'm gonna get really mad at you. You know what, game? Screw you. Yeah. First flyby of Ike. So, there we go. So, we'd still stay in DUNA orbit after this flyby. Lock temperature. Lock pressure. Awesome. Science. God, we're getting so much science. It's awesome. So let's get closer to Ike. So when are we gonna... Is this going to allow us to get close with Ike? Science. Nope. So what we need to do is... Hold on, please. Okay. We'll do that. And just burn. $20 should be good. Do 20 should be low enough, I would think. Over Ike. So we're over 30 right now. Yeah, there's a near icon. Holy crap, man. Sweet. And we're just gonna leave this sucker in orbit of Ike, I think. So, awesome. Space Center. So we got 430 science. Oh, beautiful. Oh joy, oh joy. So, we can definitely research that. Do I want the heavy rocketry? Because then I can get the Kerbal X. But do I want to use the Kerbal X? Is my question, basically. I could also get aerodynamics. But there's one thing that I kind of want to do. Actually, yeah. We need landing is what I was forgetting. So we want this. We want landing. So now we can really start on our Kerbal project, our projects in Kerbin. So we can start on the space station, and we can start on lunar landings. So that's definitely something to look forward to. So yeah. Also, I think that's going to be the end of the episode. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the video, press like. If you want updates on my content, press subscribe.